Can I tell you something that I've never really said out loud? I have a friend who forgets things. Not in the cute, scattered, where did I put my keys way? In the real way. The hard way. The way where you watch someone you love reach for a memory and come back empty, and you see the flash of panic in their eyes before they cover it with a smile. I watched Finding Dory with her once. She cried through most of it. Not sad crying. The other kind. The kind that happens when a story finally sees you. I didn't fully understand what I was watching until that moment. So here's where we start. Dory, our blue tang, our favorite forgetful fish. The one who kept swimming when Marlin couldn't, wakes up one morning with a feeling, not quite a memory, more like the shadow of one. The shape of something she's been carrying so long she forgot she was carrying it. Her parents. She remembers them. Barely, in flashes of voice here, a touch there, the feeling of being loved in a way that was specific and complete in hers. And the way Dory's memories always go, it slips. Right. Trying to hold water in an open hand, but the feeling stays. That's the thing about feelings. They outlast the facts. So she goes. She has to, because somewhere out there in the jewel of Morro Bay, California, her parents might still be waiting, might have spent years waiting. Dory, who forgets almost everything, has never been able to forget that. The Marine Life Institute is where most of the film lives, and it is genuinely one of the most inventive animated environments Pixar has ever built. Every tank a different world, every creature a different story. Hank the octopus, Destiny the whale shark, Fluke and Rudder the sea lions, Gerald. Everyone remembers Gerald. But here's what the movie is doing underneath all the color and the comedy and the chaos. It's asking a question that most films don't have the courage to ask. What does the world owe someone whose brain works differently? What does love look like when it has to rebuild itself? Every single day? What does it take to find your way home when you can't hold directions in your head for more than 30 seconds? And what Pixar's answer is, what Finding Dory insists on with its whole gentle, stubborn heart is this: you figure it out. You use what you have. You trust yourself. There's a moment, the pipe scene, if you've seen it, where Dory is completely alone in the dark. No Marlin, no Nemo, no one who knows her name or her story or the particular way she needs to be helped. Just Dory, in the dark, with nothing but her instincts and her fragmented memory and that bone-deep refusal to stop. Didn't she gets through? Not because she remembered everything, because she remembered enough. And then she finds them. I'm not going to pretend this part didn't wreck me, because it did. Every single time. Her parents, Jenny and Charlie, have spent years leaving trails of shells, a path of purple shells through. The water rebuilt day after day, just in case. Just on the hope that someday their daughter might follow them home. They never stopped. They never gave up and moved on and made peace with the loss of her. They just kept building the path. I kept leaving the light on, in the way parents do when they love you more than they love the idea of ever being okay without you. And Dory follows the shells home. I think about that image more than I can explain. The shells in the water. The path that love built and kept building across years of not knowing. It's the particular kind of parental hope that doesn't require certainty to survive. My own parents are getting older. I thought about them in that moment. I think most people probably do. Is Finding Dory as perfect as Finding Nemo? Probably not. The plotting gets a little tangled in the third act. Some of the comedy is louder than it needs to be. And Marlin's anxiety, which was so earned in the first film, sometimes tips into frustrating here when you just want him to trust her. But what this film does that I don't think enough people talk about is it gives Dory her own story. Not a supporting role in someone else's journey. Her story, her parents, her past, a way of moving through a world that wasn't built for the way her mind works. And it treats that with complete dignity. If you love someone whose brain works differently, whose memory slips, whose attention scatters, who loses the thread in the middle of sentences and looks at you with that particular flash of panic, watch this with them. Not to fix anything, not to say anything, just to sit beside them and let a story say, you are not less, you are not broken, you find your way in your own way, and that way is enough. And if you haven't called your parents in a while, think about the shells. Think about the path they keep building in the dark, on the chance that you might follow it home. Then call them. If this kind of video feels like your kind of thing, subscribe and stay. I'll always be here finding the quiet truth inside the loud, bright, beautiful thing. See you next time.